never skip breakfast again. If you're smart. Breakfast for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction. Not valid in the combo while supplies last.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com. If you have a 2004 or newer vehicle that's out of warranty or about to be, Endurance is urgently notifying U.S. drivers about their low-cost vehicle coverage plan designed to save drivers thousands on rising vehicle repair costs. Those who qualify can pick their plan, coverage, and repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental cars included. All covered repairs get paid directly to the repair shop for you. Call now for your free quote. Call 800-298-7906. 800-298-7906.
Do you know how America became the best country on God's green earth? We made things, from automobiles to airplanes to textiles. We were the manufacturing epicenter of the world, the innovators that every other country turned to. I'm Katie Lyon, co-founder of Allegiance Flag Supply, and I'm here to tell you that the American spirit is alive and well at Allegiance, where we make American flags 100% in America. When you fly your American flag from Allegiance Flag Supply, you're not just honoring our country. You're supporting American men and women who proudly make the highest quality American flags, period. True patriots who put care into every stitch. See our full story at showallegiance.com and learn about our 100% American-based supply chain. Fly your flag from showallegiance.com with pride, because every flag says manufacturing is still alive and well in the U.S. and we are still the greatest country. Visit showallegiance.com, and from all of us, thank you for your support.
Need a new roof, a deck, siding, windows? Get up to $3,000 off any new installation. Hi, it's Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. Home projects can add up fast, but we're here to help you save big. Book now and lock in up to $3,000 off in savings. That's $3,000 off any new installation. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com to schedule your free estimate today. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
It's a new year, but many seniors are struggling with the same old problem: high prices and rising property taxes. We're here with our friend Steve Teitler of Best Mortgage, and he says a reverse mortgage may be the answer.
Many seniors cannot afford to stay in the home they love. A reverse mortgage gives them access to equity in their home without having to sell. They can pay off their mortgage if they have one, and maybe pull some extra cash out of their home, and best of all, they have no mortgage payment the rest of their life.
But as you always say, a reverse mortgage is not for everyone.
That's right. Avoid the high-pressure sales pitch from those out-of-state call centers. I give you a consultation, not a sales pitch. I'll tell you if a reverse mortgage is right for you, and I always tell you if it's not.
Honest advice you can trust from the reverse mortgage experts. Best Mortgage, the VA loan experts and debt consolidation specialists too. 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage, 425-649-6000.
Looking for a simple solution to hair loss this summer? Get the same breakthrough one-day treatment I received at Advanced Hair during their once yearly summer savings event. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and Advanced Hair guarantees it will grow. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during their best offer of the year. For details and a free consultation, call 425-449-8185, advancedhair.com.
Saturday, August 23rd, enjoy the 30th birthday bash for University Place at Cirque Park, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Bands all day, over 50 vendors, beer garden, and family zone. Don't miss it August 23rd. Special thanks to UP Refuse and Recycling.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Want to see the Seahawks take on the Raiders at the preseason home opener August 7th? KIRO Newsradio is giving away 4 tickets. Just listen to Seattle's morning news all week from 6 to 9 for the daily code word. Then open the KIRO Radio News app, tap the Win tab, and enter. You can enter once a day from July 23rd through 28th to boost your chances. Full details at mynorthwest.com/win. We'll see you at the game.
At Clear Choice Dental Implant Centers, we get that your teeth, your budget, and your story are all unique to you, which is why our experts who specialize in dental implants will build a custom solution around each patient's needs. With personalized treatment plans and third-party financing options, we'll help you get your new teeth on your terms. Visit clearchoice.com or call 888-SMILE-05 to schedule your free consultation today and let us help Seattle start smiling again.
Office is owned by Dr. Alfonso Pinheiro.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch. A manhunt is underway in Seattle after a shooting at the Northgate Transit Center. Detective Brian Pritchard says officers were called there around 7:40 this morning.
Officers arrived and found a 48-year-old male, gunshot wound to the head. Officers treated that victim, and he was transported to Harborview Medical Center, critical.
Police are looking for 2 suspects who took off in a car. And a search is underway for a gunman after a Lummi Nation police officer was shot during a traffic stop early this morning west of Bellingham. The 37-year-old officer is undergoing surgery. Police plan to give us an update early this afternoon. President Trump is in Scotland, where he is still getting dogged by questions about the Jeffrey Epstein files. There are growing calls for the government to release information on the investigation into the convicted sex trafficker. Trump's response:
if they had anything, I assume they would have released it. The whole thing is a hoax.
The president is in Scotland, where he's set to meet with the British Prime Minister. Yesterday, he met with leaders of the European Union, announcing a new trade deal. More from CBS's Natalie Brand.
All of the countries will be opened up to trade with the United States at zero tariff.
President Trump said the tariff rate for most imported goods from the 27 EU member countries would be 15%, including autos. He also said the EU agreed to purchase U.S. military equipment, $750 billion of U.S. energy, and invest $600 billion in other sectors.
It will bring stability. It will bring predictability.
The breakthrough came with the White House's Friday tariff deadline quickly approaching and still no deals in place with other top trading partners, including Canada and Mexico.
A federal judge today ruled Medicaid funding must be provided to Planned Parenthood clinics nationwide. CBS's Christopher Cruz.
The judge granted the organization, the nation's largest abortion provider, a permanent injunction. It blocks the federal government from cutting Medicaid payments to Planned Parenthood clinics for non-abortion-related care.
The Trump administration is trying to withhold funding from Planned Parenthood, even for services such as birth control and cancer screenings. Israel is pausing some military action in Gaza, parts of Gaza, as it allows more aid in. BBC editor Jeremy Bowen flew with an airlift from Amman, Jordan, carrying supplies.
Baby milk, some drugs, they said, some basic first aid stuff, and, of course, food.
The UN says nearly 1 in 3 people in Gaza goes days without food. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 123 points, NASDAQ up 29. From the Beacon Plumbing Traffic Desk, the B2 entrance of that transit center in Northgate is closed because of a shooting we told you about moments ago. In Federal Way, a crash is blocking a lane on southbound I-5. You're jammed up now well back on State Route 18. A crash is blocking a lane on State Route 167 southbound at I-405 in Renton. You're jammed up to State Route 515. 2 lanes closed for construction on I-5 northbound near the Ship Canal Bridge. Express lanes remain open northbound, so you've got pressure on your southbound commute. Travel times longer than usual. Linwood to Seattle, it's about half an hour. Alderwood to South Center, 65 minutes. Traffic brought to you by KIRO News Radio. This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Sunshine with highs around 80. It's 68 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. Happy Monday to all of you. As always, we invite you to join us on the text line 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. And let's get to it. Time to agree to disagree, brought to you by Guardian Roofing and Gutters.
One of these days, we just got to take off the gloves. Just really go at it.
All right. So today I wanted to bring up the concept of the open bar. It's been a thing that we all know very well, especially around weddings. But a recently published article by the Wall Street Journal is saying that more couples are actually opting to not have an open bar, saying that, more people are sober or that alcohol is necessarily not needed to have a fun wedding day. But for a long time, people would say that, hey, if you want to have a great party, a really memorable wedding, you have to have an open bar. I know some people have done like a token system or a cash bar, but what do we think? Is this true? Can you have a good time and have a memorable wedding without having an open bar? Or is it over the norm?
Look, most people, when they have parties, they're only doing the open bar to keep up with the Joneses. Most of the time, they're like, yo, this is really expensive. They don't really want to do it, but they know people like, you know, the OG would pull up, like, we at a party, and they ain't got an open bar. You know what I mean? Now,
how open does this bar need to be, by the way? Should you have a limit? Or when you say open, you mean really open?
Well,
there's a reason I asked.
Okay, go get into your reason.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So you know I am having a milestone birthday.
That's next week.
Yes. And y'all in this show here, all invited.
Sophia, you coming?
Yes, she is.
Sophia?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
So, and Nick's going to be providing music.
Nick, come on.
Yep. So it's going to be quite the party.
Yep.
And we decided we are going to have an open bar, but with an asterisk.
Okay, what is that?
And do I sound cheap by saying this? Open bar, all your beer and your wine and your non-alcoholic drinks are covered. There is an exception.
Mm-hmm.
There's cocktails you can purchase.
That's fair. That's more than fair.
I was like, do I sound cheap?
No, that's more than fair. You can get some beer.
Yes.
You can get some wine.
Yes.
And if you feel like you need a stronger beverage,
yes,
go ahead and have that.
Well, and there were two reasons. It wasn't just because, economically we were trying to protect ourselves a little bit.
Yeah.
But the other part of it that I worry about, and I put it in writing in the invitation, and I said,
what'd you say?
I encourage you strongly to use rideshare.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
I used the explanation that also traffic is going to be horrendous.
Mm-hmm.
Friday night, traffic is going to be awful during the I-5, Revive I-5 closures, et cetera, et cetera. It's going to be awful.
Right.
But I also just don't want people driving around.
Right.
And I do worry about that.
Now, one of the reasons why open bar is kind of like, it's a good idea. Because if let's just say you have a dry bar, like which I'm good. I'm not drinking, right? That's me today. G's not drinking today. Okay, cool. But if you had a dry party, as in dry alcohol, you might have a dry party. You see what I'm saying? If you got a whole group of people and nobody's had an adult beverage.
Yeah. I'm also expecting people to dance at this party.
Uh-huh.
And I know for some people they need that liquid courage. Again, I don't need anything.
Okay.
So I don't need anything, and I hope most people don't. But I want people to have a really good time. I just don't want it to be sloppy drunk.
Save me. Good stuff.
No, but I also, on that point, I just want to say, I do think a lot of it is cultural as well, because you're like, I feel like people feel pressured to have an open bar, but I think that's just because in America, everything is unnecessarily expensive to have alcohol. I've mentioned before that I come from an Italian family, and I think just like, it's a no-brainer that there's going to be alcohol involved in every party in an Italian family, or just in Italy, you go anywhere. People are bringing their own bottles to the party. It's just part of the environment, and so.
Or so you had.
Here's another part.
That's a very good compromise.
Well, but the other part is the venue doesn't allow us to bring our own alcohol, because I would have done it differently had we been allowed to hire bartenders and then just bring our own alcohol, and then I would have had everything covered. But no, it's got to go through this particular venue, and the cost is going to be a little bit higher. Someone texted in and said, 702 says, we had a dry wedding, 0 alcohol. It was more fun than anything I've been to with alcohol. 0 drama, 0 puking, all laughs and good times.
And these are magic beans.
But I think you also have to know your friends and your family and your environment. I know I could have a good time with my family with that, but I just can't imagine any of them not drinking just out of purely based on how everyone operates. They could not drink, but I just,
By the way, there's a lot of people. I've noticed an increase in flask, right? There's some people, in your purse or in your pocket. A lot of folks got the flask now. Put a little something in there. All right. What's next, Sophia?
Yeah, I also wanted to ask, because we've been talking about this Airbnb situation from scenarios. It's got everyone heated about this whole bunk bed room. And with situations like that, a big comment was that it's a milestone birthday. And so in this situation, when it comes to a milestone birthday, do we think the expectation is that the host should be paying for the Airbnb? At what point do you no longer split the cost? And it's just like, hey, this is my birthday. You show up, you stay in the room you want. You can't complain because I'm paying for everything. Or is it still a split situation?
Well, let's not even talk Airbnb. How about just dinner, for example? I mean, if you're inviting someone to a birthday, I think you should be paying for people.
Well, okay. Let's say the quiet part out loud on how we all judge this. If Sophia is getting ready to have a milestone birthday, right? And she's like, hey, everyone, we're going down to Scottsdale in Arizona, right?
And she's turning 25.
And she's turning 25, right? And then everybody's like, hey, we're going to pay to go down there, and we're going to pay to be part of the Airbnb.
True. Yes.
You know what I mean? You know when there's somebody's birthday and they're like, hey, I'm having a birthday dinner. You guys all come to the dinner and, it's all going to be separate checks. And you're looking at the person hosting the birthday party like,
you cheapskate.
You cheapskate. When you know.
Yeah.
You know the people that should be paying and who shouldn't.
This is true.
That's why you having that nice compromise.
But do you know?
Yes, we know. You know what your friends' financial situations are. You pretend like you don't know.
We have had a scenario not that long ago where someone said, I've been pretending that I could keep up with the Joneses, but I really can't. Remember going to Vegas?
True. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't think we should assume we know someone's financial situation. That said,
you know. You guys, you don't know specifically, Ursula, how much, but you know when they should be able to pay for that dinner.
Yeah. I agree, though. If Sophia's having a milestone at this point in her life, I'm just going to assume I am paying for myself.
Ursula,
I'm carrying my own freight.
Your milestone birthday is coming up next week. If you had us all meet at Bahama Breeze in the back section and made us all pay for your bill, we looking at Ursula like, oh, really, Ursula?
I won't have the next milestone.
Text messages, feedback, and then Ursula's words to live by.
You listen to Charlie and Manda on Seattle's Morning News every morning. What do they listen to every afternoon?
I listen to John all the time when I'm driving home, driving my kids around.
I also listen to the John Curley Show. Even by the end of the day, I still like to keep my brain active, and he's very good at doing that.
John, first of all, is hilarious. I never know where this dude is coming from.
The perfect bookends to your daily commute with KIRO News Radio on 97.3 FM and the KIRO Newsradio app.
It started as a puddle.
Where?
In the shower.
Uh-oh.
Then the kitchen sink.
Started backing up?
Yeah.
I know where this is going.
Clogged up.
Right. No problem.
Beg your pardon?
There's no clog we can't clear.
You're Dan.
From Apollo Plumbing.
This is going to get pricey.
How about $83?
To clear my drain?
Apollo Plumbing clears main drains every day.
For $83?
$83 or it's free.
What's the catch?
No catch. We'll even do a camera inspection.
Why's that?
It's the best way to find the cause of your clog.
And it's included?
No extra charge. Truth is, we hate clogs.
I don't love them.
Seen them all.
Ew.
I promise. There's no clog Apollo can't clear.
Guaranteed.
83 or free.
Goodbye, slow drains.
All it takes is an accessible clean out.
And Apollo gets my drains draining again.
You call, we come, it's fixed.
My heroes.
Just doing our job.
Thank you, Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
If you need a new car, don't wait. Ursula Reutin here for Carter Subaru, where your drive always begins with savings. Right now, get the 2025 Subaru Solterra EV for 0% financing for 72 months. Take advantage of the federal tax credit before it goes away. Lease a 2025 Subaru Solterra and receive a credit of up to $7,500.
On approved credit, subject to vehicle insurance and availability. Not all buyers will qualify for federal tax credit. A documentary service fee
value may be added to the sale price or capitalized cost. See dealer for details. Valid through 7/31/25.
The insurance world, it can be confusing. So have First Mark Insurance guide you through it by taking the free First Mark Challenge. They'll explore offerings from top carriers for better coverage and lower rates. They save the Heward family thousands. Go to firstmarkinsurance.com.
Need a new roof now? With State Roofing and Exteriors, you can get started with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for up to 24 months. That's right. Protect your home now and pay later. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com today.
Seattle Children's is leading the fight against pediatric cancer with groundbreaking research in immunotherapy. It reprograms a child's own T cells to hunt down and destroy cancer. It's hope, powered by science. But here's the truth. Pediatric cancer research is drastically underfunded. That's why Safeway is stepping up, and you can too. G. Scott here asking you to say yes to donating to ImmunoHeroes next time you're at Safeway checkout. Together, we can help fight cancer for all kidkind.
Are you trying to buy a new home, or are you a local real estate agent seeking financing for a client? We're all tired of dealing with banks, credit unions, and endless guidelines. Wouldn't it be nice to go back in time when we had common sense lending? Hi, I'm Scott Rureka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital based in Bellevue. We are one of the largest local private portfolio lenders in Washington. We've helped thousands of home buyers and real estate investors reach their financial goals by leveraging the Legacy Common Sense borrowing platform. What that means is we lend our own money, we make our own decisions. If your deal makes sense, we'll get it done. Whether you're purchasing a new piece of real estate or refinancing an existing loan, bridge loans, construction, or regular home loan, it doesn't have to be as difficult as banks and lenders make it. If you're trying to grow wealth through real estate acquisition, come talk to the experts in private lending.
Call 425-635-4700 or LegacyG.com. Legacy Group Capital, your common sense lender. LegacyG.com.
12's Seahawks training camp, powered by Boeing, is underway at the Virginia Mason Athletic Center. Join us lakeside for a first look at your 2025 Seahawks as they put in work and gear up for a milestone 50th season. Only a few open practice remain, and they're filling up fast. Register now at Seahawks.com/training camp.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is the Gee Ursula Show. You know what? We have had fun on the show today. Thank you all for hanging out, being with us, and shout out to all of you on YouTube. Hey, on YouTube, are y'all behaving? You guys behaving on YouTube?
I heard they're kind of tough on us out there.
All right, Ursula, what we got?
Okay, well, on AI taking customer service jobs and just taking a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
Eric in Columbia City says customer service is bad enough with an offshore call center. AI customer non-service is horrid. I agree with you, Eric. It's not where it should be.
Chris in Marysville says there are so many people nowadays that have trouble talking to other people. Can you imagine when AI takes over and all they're talking to is artificial intelligence? In a few years, nobody will be talking to one another. I don't like that. I love the interaction with other people, and I prefer it that way. Chris, me and you too, bruh.
Yeah, David 206 says, so glad I'm a dump truck driver. Be kind of hard for AI to do my job.
Yeah, you're right. Julie the 206 says, at Domino's, within the last 4 months, we went to AI over the phone orders. OMG, it messes up so much. People absolutely hate it. I can't stand it either.
And then there's Doug in Mount Vernon, who always manages to find. He's like the Nick of our text line. He just wraps everything up.
What'd Doug say?
He says it's a customer service trifecta. AI service with visual avatar with Gen Z stare and Gen X attitude. Yeah, forget about it.
I wonder if people in Doug's family think he's funny.
We think you're funny, Doug.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Absolutely.
On Tacoma, Fred Meyer's closing. Bobby in Tacoma says that's a huge loss for us. That area is damn near Skid Row, and it's going to get worse. Tacoma is already a food desert, and there are so many disabled folks who rely on that store. Yes, Bobby.
Wow. Chicolatte says it literally sucks because the grocery stores are shutting down because of all the apartment complexes that are going up. There's no place to park. Traffic is horrible, and Amazon and a lot of these places can deliver within an hour.
And speaking of Amazon, a lot of people can't really get Amazon at their places because they're scared their package is going to get stolen. Tamara in Tacoma says, but a lot of people in those areas can't afford to order from Amazon. They can't afford it. Not everyone can pay that exuberant yearly fee, they rely on walking to a grocery store for all the needs. Plus, Amazon doesn't take food stamps.
Great point.
Great point.
Okay, on carrying Narcan and taking preventive measures, we had a revelation. Gee, you ended up buying
I bought some
during the show.
Yeah, I know people said you can go get it for free other places. Nope, I bought it. It's going to be at my house tomorrow morning.
Okay, so Steven Snohomish says, I'm an EMT and I carry it in my first aid kit. There is an injectable form and an inhaler type. The inhaler type is very easy to administer, and you can get it for free online.
Oh, I wish I would have read that, Steve.
Okay, keep
206 says there are a ton of places that give Narcan for free. I carry one in each car. You never know when you might come across someone.
What we discovered after having that discussion is a lot of you do carry Narcan. And again, the basic message is don't use drugs. But if there is an opioid overdose.
Yeah.
God, I couldn't think of the word I was looking for. If you're seeing someone OD, great if you could help save their life. Absolutely. 253 says, I walk around my community and I've come across several little free libraries that actually have Narcan snacks alongside the books.
On Seattle, having a low birth rate. Isn't it like the lowest in the country? Carla from Roy says, us women don't have time. We're working full time and don't have the time or energy to be superwoman anymore. The division of household responsibilities are not evenly divided, nor are the parental responsibilities.
Tracy in Tacoma says, Gen X grew up with boomer parents. Roles were defined and they made it look easy. Gen Z grew up with parents where women were often expected to do it all. Parenthood looked exhausting. I wonder if seeing how hard it was to juggle kids and careers makes having children something that people are really thinking about. In my generation, not having kids was a big deal that seemed to require a lot of explanations. Today, it's definitely regarded as a choice.
Tracy hit a home run with that one.
That was a good one.
That was good, Tracy. Tristan in the 360 says, my 30-year-old son has a very good job in IT, but decided not to have children because he is afraid to bring a child into an AI and climate change world. Trump's election and cruel actions sealed his decision.
And then there is Brian from Arlington who says, my life was good before kids, really good. My wife and I traveled a lot. We had a lot of dispensable income and pets. We were dinks for a long time and made the most of it. We had kids later in life, and we had kids on purpose. My life is so much more fulfilling. At any point, I am the fourth most important person in my life, and that feels pretty awesome.
And if you just heard Ursula say dinks, dual income, no kids.
I thought I was going to have to explain it to y'all, so glad you know it.
We know it.
Wait. Speaking of, before you get to your words to live by, question for you all out there right now. Do you know what shipping is? Do you know what shipping is? Okay.
In today's terms,
In
right?
today's terms, shipping. Gen Z, tell us.
Shipping is when you want two people to be together. So if I was like, I want this person and this person to date, I would say I ship them together.
I ship them. You know what? Ursula has shipped a whole lot of situations.
Yeah, people who love to set up relationships are the ultimate shipper.
I am the
Ursula's
ultimate
a shipper.
And up until today, I thought shipping was to get goods from point A to point B.
All right, let's get to your words to live by, Ursula.
Well, I love this because we're talking about a lot of milestone birthday topics. And as you get older, you begin to understand more and more that life is not about what you look like or what you own. It's really about the person you've become.
That's a good one.
I'm reminding myself of that every single day.
That's good stuff. Brother Nick?
Well, which ones are the great ones in Seattle's sporting group? From Ken Griffey to Sue Bird or even Edgar in the loop. And now a newest member joins the mix with all the rest, standing out being the only one whose first name is known best. So congrats to Ichiro, who's on my custom Mount Rushmore, but I can't give guarantees of open bars inside our doors. You could try another Rushmore club, but we plan on splitting our checks this time around.
No. Split checks with Nick.
So shipping. Shipping is the word. The young folks are saying shipping.
I didn't even know that, though.
We say matchmaker, where Ursula has been declared the KIRO matchmaker. She is now the shipper.
She's the master shipper.
You know what's really bad? When we try to use jargon, today's jargon.
Yeah.
And sound uncomfortable doing it. I'm never going to use it. I'm shipping.
Well, it's also a lot of these terms. I don't say out loud. Like, I feel like people text them or write them on the internet. Like, even you being like, what is shipping? I'm like, I don't think I've said that out loud very often, but I have said it or written it on like a text post before.
Well, Sophia, let me tell you something. You're the same age as my son, and I got to tell you, we love having you on the show because you're like our young mentor. Hey, Sophia, what the young kids saying these days?
It's true. G came up to me and he's like, do you know what shipping is this morning? I was like, I do.
Thanks, Ursula. Good show. We'll do this tomorrow. Thank you, Sophia. Brother Nick, appreciate you, man.
You too, man.
Hey, the Jake and Spike show, they're coming in next. Stick around. Appreciate you for listening. Love you for that. And as always, be kind.
Hope you have as much fun as we have. So long, everybody.
When you own a business, it feels like everything's on you. Orders, deliveries, employees, on you. That's why Comcast Business is giving you a year of mobile on us with your internet service. Really? Yep. We'll cover your first line of mobile for 1 year. So calling customers, getting directions, texting Janine and shipping, on us. The broken coffee maker? That one's still on you, which means you'll save hundreds for your business and get the fastest mobile service with 5G cellular and Wi-Fi hotspots on us. But hurry, this deal won't last long. Get a mobile plan and free up the budget to maybe, I don't know, fix that coffee maker? Get mobile on us for 1 year, you guessed it, on us. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/22/25. Restrictions apply. New mobile customers only with internet standard service or above. Limited to value of 1 unlimited intra-line apply via 12 monthly internet bill credits. 1 discount per account. Fastest mobile based on mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data in service areas. Ookla Speed Test Intelligence 2H24.
Gee and Ursula, weekdays from 9 to noon on KIRO News Radio.
At Care Partners Senior Living, we believe in providing quality care at an affordable price. Instead of spending on luxury and expensive art, we invest in our people and accommodations with a focus on compassionate overall health. Our communities offer independent, assisted living and memory care designed to preserve dignity, independence, and your estate. Affordable, personal, trusted. That's our promise. Please give us a call. We have beautiful Care Partners communities throughout Washington and Arizona. Visit carepartnersliving.com.
There's a sink at the brink and a drain that's a pain.
DayandNight.net.
The old throne's not too well, and ooh, does it smell?
DayandNight.net.
Slow drains, backed up toilet, is your main drain or sewer clogged? Hi, I'm